Title: The Ravenous Reflection. A pact in the mirror. Dust danced in the single ray of sunlight that dared to penetrate the dense curtain. Anna, at the young age of 22, felt the weight of the ancient house on her shoulders. Inherited from a great-aunt she barely remembered, the mansion stood like a mausoleum of forgotten secrets, and the attic room, with its dusty mirror, was its epicenter. From the first day, Anna had felt a disturbing fascination with the mirror. It was large, oval, with a dark wood frame carved with motifs that seemed to twist in the dim light. At first, she had only noticed the accumulated dust and the stains that blurred her reflection. But then she started to see it. A raven. At first, it was just a dark shadow, a smudge in the corner of her eye as she looked in the mirror. She thought it was a product of fatigue, of the dust in the air, of the oppressive atmosphere of the house. But the raven became more defined, more present, perched on her reflected shoulder, with glistening black feathers and a gaze, a strangely human gaze. The raven's eyes were what disturbed her deeply. They weren't the round, expressionless eyes of a bird, but human eyes, sunken and dark, filled with a disturbing intelligence and a silent malice. Every time she looked in the mirror, the eyes seemed more penetrating, more accusing. Anna tried to ignore it, to convince herself that it was her imagination playing tricks on her. But the raven grew more real with each reflection. She began to notice small details: a black feather on the floor where it had never been before, a horse caw that seemed to come from inside the mirror, a constant feeling of being watched. One night, Anna found herself in front of the mirror, unable to look away. The raven was there, on her reflected shoulder, with its human eyes fixed on hers. Anna's reflection seemed to fade, to blur, as if it were slowly decomposing. The outline of her face became indistinct, her eyes sank, her skin paled to a grayish hue. Terror washed over her as she realized what was happening. Her reflection was transforming. Her face was being replaced by the face of the raven, by a mask of black feathers and pale skin. And then, she heard it. A deep, guttural whisper that seemed to come from inside the mirror, a male voice that resonated in the depths of her being. "You are mine now." The raven cawed, but it wasn't a bird's caw. It was a hoarse laugh, full of malice, a laugh that seemed torn from the throat of a tormented man. Anna tried to scream, but her voice caught in her throat. She backed away from the mirror, tripping over a chair that fell to the floor with a crash. She ran to the door, but the handle was cold and slippery in her hand. She couldn't turn it. She was trapped. She looked back at the mirror. Her reflection had completely disappeared. Only the raven remained, perched on her reflected shoulder, with its human eyes fixed on her. "Who are you?" she managed to whisper, her voice trembling. The raven tilted its head, as if considering her question. Then, it cawed again, with that human and guttural voice that chilled her to the bone. "I am that which you have always feared. I am the darkness that resides within you. I am the reflection of your darkest secrets." Anna felt her sanity crumbling. The room spun around her, the dust danced like specters around her, and the mirror stretched before her like an unfathomable abyss. She tried to remember how she had gotten there, what had led her to that cursed house. She remembered the unexpected inheritance, the unhealthy curiosity that had driven her to explore the attic, the morbid fascination with the dusty mirror. Then, she remembered something else. Something she had tried to forget, something she had buried deep in her memory. She remembered her great-aunt, a solitary and eccentric woman who lived isolated in the mansion. She remembered the rumors that circulated about her, the whispers about strange practices and dark pacts. She remembered one story in particular, a legend that spoke of a cursed mirror, capable of stealing the soul of those who dared to look into it. The raven cawed again, as if reading her thoughts. She made a pact, it said with its male, guttural voice. A pact to obtain eternal youth. But the price? The price was her soul. And now the price falls on you. Anna understood then. Her great-aunt had made a pact with the raven in the mirror. In exchange for eternal youth, she had offered it her soul. And now, the raven had come to claim what was owed. She felt an invisible force pulling her towards the mirror. She tried to resist, but it was useless. Her feet moved on their own, as if they were controlled by an alien will. She approached the mirror, closer and closer, until her face was just inches from the cold, dusty surface. She saw her reflection vanish completely, replaced by the image of the raven, with its human eyes fixed on hers. "No. Please," she pleaded, her voice barely audible. The raven smiled, a cruel and ruthless smile that chilled her blood. "Too late," it whispered with its male, guttural voice. "You are mine now." The image of the raven spread, enveloped her, consumed her completely. Anna felt her body fading away, her soul being absorbed into the interior of the mirror. A last silent scream was stifled in the darkness. In the room, only the mirror remained, with its dusty surface and its dark wood frame. The reflection of an empty room, silent and full of secrets. And on the reflected shoulder, a raven, with human eyes, watched with silent satisfaction. The pact was complete. The mirror had claimed a new soul. Outside, in the dark night, a hoarse caw echoed in the silence. A caw that sounded strangely like a human